Hi there, it's Patmos and nice of you to join me for another episode, this time in Snowy Beach Castle, where we will begin with examining what we have. Well, we have a few houses, we have a few farms, an orchard, or at least two, and well, I think we are well on our way for just the beginning, but of course we need to do a lot more, and we're going to try and do a lot more. Now we are currently building a clay mine, which should come up right here, and they're building it already. All the resources are there. And a warehouse, which is good because, well, we can store a lot of stuff there. But we also need more stuff because we're almost out of wood. We are almost out of iron, so I guess we need quite a few more things. So let's just select a few things. But it's still early game and we still don't have enough people to do all the jobs. So what I want to do, at least this episode, is build 2 more houses quite shortly actually. Just to make sure that we can have the people coming in. Because, well, they have to be born, they have to grow up. So before they are ready to work, that's going to take some time. And since we have plenty of food, we don't have to worry so much about whether they will die from starvation. We have plenty of food, so I don't worry about that. So yeah, we need to work on more people. Right now we have 5 children, and 3 of them are age 5, 2 of them are age 4. So we should receive 3 more workers shortly, which is good. But I also want more, so we'll have to see. Francis has grown up and is ready to study, so that's another kid that's ready to study. So that's good. Well, our warehouse is done. It's excellent, actually. Now, the mine will take up a lot of work, so we don't expect that to be done anytime soon. Plenty of trees here. So this... Ooh, we get into spring. I'm going to pause the game for a second because we need all our farms to work. We don't want to waste any time, and since it's on speed 10, we really need people to work in the farms. So I'm going to cut back on a few other things. 4 and 2. Alright. Well, now I'll let them continue to work on the mine, because that's important work. We need that done. And the clay mine is getting ready, so that's good. That'll free up a few more people. Because we do have a lot of food, but we need to make sure that we create even more food. And, well, they're planting trees right now, so this orchard won't deliver any fruit this season. This one will, so that's good. But we'll have to see. Alright, so our clay pit is done. Clay mine, it's called. And we do need more wood, so I'm going to send one to the forestry. And I think we also need to get ready for another house, but we need a lot of stuff for that we don't have yet. More iron, we need more wood. 2 of them were ready to work now, so that's good. We have an extra house, so they can have more babies. It should also mean that... Check where we have some iron left. Oh, there's a little bit. Of course, if you scatter if you collect everything close by, you'll have to move further and further out to collect resources. So at some point it could be a smart move to actually start working on a iron mine and a stone mine, but for now that's just way too early. Whoops, a tornado has been spotted near your village. Well, there it goes. Really like the animation that is. Well, it's still pretty far away. It might hit our town, but I think it'll survive. So I'm not going to worry about that too much. Now here come the resources, so that's good. I'd say we can start to build another house. Right there, perfect. Taking down all the trees so we have more wood. We have all we need, so yeah, that's good. Could also, and I'm going to wait a little while. Alright, we have one extra to work. Well, let him gather some food along with one else, so we get a bit more food in. And with 2 extra houses, we are ready to receive 10 extra people, so we need to... You always need to work on your food. Never think, oh well, I have enough, it's fine, I can now just build like 4 houses and I don't have to worry about my farms anymore. These people eat like crazy, especially in winter because it's very cold, so they need a lot of food. So make sure you keep having enough food. That is really important. But so far things look good. And we have built everything we wanted. Let's just tear down a few more trees. See if there's some stone to be collected. Only a little bit, but yeah. There is. And I think we should move these 2 for now, so they won't be doing any building. But later on they will. Right now I want to start working on another farm. Not just 1, 2, because we need them. And basically from now on every new house means we get an extra farm or something like that to work on. Just to make sure that we have enough food and we can do all we want without worrying about food. And are we expecting babies already? No. 1, alright, so that's going to take a little while. Let's hope they will start making babies soon. As soon as those houses are full, we can start working on another house. If we do it right now, we get 15 babies at one go, and that's a bit too many. The building is almost full. Yeah, this one's almost full. I'm kinda regretting this one. Should have probably had this barn moved a little bit more this way and put one right here, so from both farms they don't have to walk that far when they collect their goods. Yeah, that's a little mistake. But anyway, right here, if these 2 start collecting, they also need a place to put their goods in, which I think should be a barn. And I'll place it right here, the edge of this field. So if we get another one here, there's 3 fields that can walk to that barn very closely. And of course they need some water, so I'm going to build a well here as well. No fun intended by saying it like that. So these 2 fields can get water from that well. I think that's important. Alright, let's get 2 builders now. I've selected a few trees to be chopped down, but over the years trees also fall off. The building is almost full, the building is almost full. Yes, I know that. Not going to fix that now. Oh, they're already harvesting the potatoes. That's good. That should mean we get a very good harvest, because they're really early with harvesting. And there's plenty of room in this barn, so that shouldn't be a problem. And there's still quite some room here. On one hand, it's claiming the barn is almost full, and on the other hand, we get a message that we are low on food. So Alright, fields are done. I'll set 1 to potato, I guess. And I guess we should start working on something else as well. Perhaps we can do flax this time. That's what we need if we want to make some clothes. And we could use some clothing for our people. So that could be a good thing. I have to check what it costs, if we have that or not. We don't. We need clay, for instance. If we can build a weaver's workshop, that will be great, actually. Well, we'll have to see. It's a bit too expensive now, but maybe later on we can get that. Well, our numbers of food are growing, although it's a bit one-sided food, which could mean at some point people will get sick. That's the thing you have to worry about. That people might get sick if you only provide them with 1 or 2 sources of food, because they need all the different vitamins, and well, all these different types of food don't deliver all the different types of vitamins. Now, what I would love personally is when I hover over this, that at some point, or by clicking on the farm or whatever, I could see which vitamins are delivered in vegetables. You can't find those informations anywhere in the game. You have to get on the internet and just look it up for people who found it out. And that's really what I don't like about this game. There's no handy tooltips. There's nothing that tells you vegetables are good for, I don't know, vitamin A and B, and you need fruit for vitamin C or D or whatever. There's just no telling. And I think they should work on that. Well, they're not developing this game anymore, as I believe, but they should. Because it's a really fun game, and it's really helpful if you get more information. Anyway, we are out of iron, which is not so good, because that means that our blacksmith's no longer working, and our furnace is no longer working. So what we could do is just get those people out of there, let them do other stuff, useful stuff, and collect some iron, for instance, or collect some wood so we can make an iron mine. That might even be handier. So let's select this area. Let's collect some wood right there. So we can... I believe we need 510 for a mine. Yes, so we can already start looking... Ooh, there are a few good spots, I think. 75, 79. That's good. But this is also the space I want to build my houses in, so... That's too bad. Any other good spots for some iron? Well, right here. 81. 88. Wow. 92. I haven't seen those high numbers in my games I've played so far. 92, 550. Alright, we'll do that. I'll have to walk quite far to a warehouse. So we should probably build a warehouse somewhere in the area. Alright, is this field done? No, it's almost done. As soon as it's done, get your farmer out, because he'll just start working the land again. It's no good. Just get your farmer out. We'll assign 2 builders. 2 more on food gathering for a little while. Alright, this field is empty, so let's get him out. Good amounts of food again, and there's still some harvest to be done. So that's even better. Now, of course, they need to deliver everything to the mine, so that's going to take quite a while. So it could also be beneficial to find some more iron to collect at some point, but we'll see. For now it's already fall, temperatures are dropping, and they still need to bring in quite a bit of harvest. You can immediately see the difference between this field straight across from the barn that's empty at the fastest. These two are going at a quite an equal pace, and this one is by far the slowest, because it's furthest away from a barn where it has to deliver. So they have to walk further, and you can immediately see it in the efficiency. So that's why I'm creating a barn here as well. They just need to get to that barn. To to work efficiently. These two don't really matter that much because they're usually in time to harvest everything. Alright, are they already delivering everything? Yes, they are. That's good. Alright, it's too cold for new crops to grow now, but they can still bring in a bit of harvest until temperature drops below 0. And I want everything in they can. And this will free up... Oh, there's an early winter. This will free up some people... Yeah, there it is. Because all these people now can't work anymore, so now we have 13 people available to do different things, like gather stuff. Right, we now have 8 people available. They will be gathering iron for a while. I'm going to put 2 into the clay pit. I want some clay. For instance, if we want to build the tailor, then we need clay, so let's get some clay. And they're bringing in iron, that's good. We need that for new tools. Already 3 babies were born in the last season, so that's also very good. And they're starting to build the mine. Alright. Well, that's all pretty good. And right now we have 2 extra farms, which is also a good thing, and we should probably be able to build another farm right here. Just like this. There we go. That would be great if this one could be completed as well. Of course we need a barn here then. But that shouldn't be an issue. You should be able to get that. Just like that. And of course a well. In case of a fire, but mostly just to keep all the plants wet. Also help the plants to grow quicker, so you have more time to harvest and you can bring in more, which is always good. And we already have the first 10 clay in, so that's also a good thing. And yeah, the ore mine's going slow. They have to walk quite far now, which means they will get cold and they'll return early. So they won't do all that much work right now. Which is okay, I mean we can live with that. But would be nice if that mine would get done quicker. Well, at least we got 5 new kits in now. We're expecting more, yes, 2 more, 3, 4. Expecting 4 more. We have only room for 5, so we can only expect 1 more. So that's good. That means quite a few kits will come in. Francis is ready to work, so yeah, that's 1 more. We have 2 H4, 3 H4, 1 H5. So you want H5. Yeah. Alright, so those that are slowly coming of age are almost ready to start working, which is really good. This field is done now as well. Let's get some extra potatoes in. We're not going to grow any wheat until we get a mill. Or we just build a bakery. That's also a possibility. If we just... Oh, we also need clay for that, so that's not going to work. Right, they bring in quite good amounts of iron. Now we also need stone. So bring in some stone. Oh, a lot of babies have been born. Perfect. So I guess it's time for another house then. Question is, can we build it where I want it? Doesn't appear so. There appears to be some sort of a bump right here. But what we can do then is just adjust the land and we can just flatten the ground. So you can just do it like this and then say, alright, flatten the ground a bit. Food reserves are low. Well, I think we can manage. We have plenty. But now it's winter, so we need to prepare for next spring. And in the spring we need 7, 8, 9 people to work on our farms. So we need to make sure that we have those people available. Now we have 6 available already and 4 as workers. So that's 10, so that's good. If we want a few more people also gathering, then we might need to free someone up someplace. But so far we have enough people available and ready so they can start working on the farms immediately as soon as temperature goes above 0. That's always a thing to keep in mind, that when spring comes, make sure those people are ready to do what you want them to do. Right, they're bringing in stone again. Don't have huge amounts of food, etc., but of wood and resources, but it's fine. Alright, let's get this house done as well. The barn is done perfectly in time. So yeah, we're setting it everything up quite nicely. Now I'm really wondering what we should get first, the bakery or the tailor. I'd say the bakery, because that's another source of food, and get bread, that's a different type of food. But we could also just focus on fish for now and get a few fish farms going. That could also work very well. So I'm a little bit confused. I think I'm going to go with fish farms because you only need one guy in there. And the fish will produce anyway. And it's pretty fast, and it doesn't use stone, only 10 iron. So that's good. We can produce quite a bit. And alright, temperatures are high. Let's get going. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And 2. So that's done. Perfect. So now they're working all the farms and fields. All we need now is probably 2 gatherers. That would be great. But there's no real need for that. And they're still building the mine. Which isn't done yet. Oh, it's almost done. Perfect. It'll free up 3 people. Which is very good. Alright, the ore mine is done. Should probably get people in there, but I'm not going to do it this season. Because I'm going to work on the fish farm. Now, the thing with a fish farm is you need to build a bridge type structure to reach it. Which is what I'm going to do, but just keep that in mind. I think I'm going to put it right here, and then we'll see what we can do. And I have to cough, so I have to turn off the mic for a second. I'm back. So now they can't reach this building, and if you put it on land you can't also. So what you need to do is build some sort of bridge towards it. And I think we should build a crossing right now. But we can't. So that's the thing. You have to really map things out every now and then. Well, how should I fix that? Should probably just do this. And say, where is it? Right here. I'm going to do it the other way. So, let's set up a ramp first to where we want, right here. Then we add the cross to that, and then we'll add the fish farm. Perhaps that's a better way of doing this. Yeah, this should be it. And now this way we only have to build this piece, and then we can attach one more and one more and one more. They only have to walk like that. So that's how I think it should be done right now. Or at least how I'm doing it. Alright, we get one to build all those things. And we'll see. We can take our time, so that's fine. Right, all the farms are worked, which is good. With all the new people coming in, we definitely need extra food. Should be getting extra fruit this time as well, because this one is also growing apples now. Alright, the bridge stairs are done. So now he's working on this cross section. Well, that's going pretty fast. Well, it's speed 10, so that's why. Oh my, just delivered a one hammer blow and it's done, but okay. Alright, 2 more kids ready to study. Yep, there it is, done. Now they need to bring all the resources for the fish farm. That's good. Well, during the winter we had 115 tools, now we have 99, so they are using the tools. So we need people to... I guess we can have the furnace working already, because we don't have that many cast iron. And then after a while I will start the blacksmith again and we can get high quality tools. That's also a way to free up people. Just make sure you pile up your resources, and at some point you can say, oh well, we have enough, I don't know, clay or whatever, and then you can just get them out of the clay mine and let them do other stuff until you need clay again. Or preferably a little while before you need it again, so they can already get it. But for that you need to plan ahead. That's not always my strong suit. Well, I believe we got 3 or 4 houses extra this episode. That's already a good thing. Farms are really working well. It's also a good thing. We have only one guy walking around, so let's add him to the building crew to make sure we get that fish farm. That'll be good. We might get an extra fish farm straight after that. Alright, Timothy's ready to work, so we have an extra worker. Well, I'll put him in the blacksmith just to make sure we get our tools up again. Now the good thing is when you cut down a lot of trees, they just grow back. And here are all the trees again, so don't be too hesitant to cut back a lot of trees. Don't be afraid they won't grow back. They will. And every now and then you can just tell them, your people, to just chop them down, especially those close around your buildings, to free up some space. Alright. Well, the farms are almost there. They're getting to the point where they need to start harvesting. Now what I like to do is keep my eye on this season. Because as soon as it hits late summer, if a farm does not have reached the maximum amount and started to harvest, you need to make them harvest straight away or gather. Because if by late summer they did not reach that point, they will never reach it in time and you will lose a lot of crops. Even if you hit that harvest now button, there's a chance that they won't gather up everything. But if you waste another half season just growing crops, they have less time to harvest and you'll lose even more. So it's not worth it to have them keep going. Okay, look, this one is already harvesting, so that's good. He's right on time. These are all harvesting, so that's good. It's still summer. This one's a bit later, so we'll keep an eye out on that, and as soon as it's late summer, I'll have him harvest. Here's this one's harvesting as well. So that's all going very well. They're all quite in time. Only this one is a little slow, but it's getting there. I wonder who this guy is. It's Francis. Where do you live? Yeah, Francis lives here, so maybe that's just a little bit too long walk. Could be if she started living here that things go just a little bit faster and everything is fine. But yeah, she made it in the summer and now she's starting to harvest. So I don't have to worry about all the fields now, because these will handle themselves anyway. We managed it in time. Alright. Emma Lynn has grown up and is ready to study. Alright, that's fine. Our fish farm is done. So let's get a fish farmer. And you can see I waited. It was done already and now I added farmer, but it already produced fish, which is really good. I really like that. If you get enough fish farms, you can supply quite a big chunk of your village with fish. So probably this one has to go in a while. And we'll just fill this area up with a lot of fish farms. And what I like to do is when I have like 3 or 4 fish farms, I build a house here. So all the fish farmers will live in that house, so they have a shorter travel distance, which is really good. Can be really helpful. Alright, another one grow up is ready to study. So we do have quite a few in school now. So I think 2 more seasons. Yeah, they're all 4 or age 3 or 4. So 2.5 seasons and we'll get like 4 or 5 extra workers again. Which is excellent. But this time we have plenty of clay right now for the moment. So I'll get them out and have them get some ore because we are out of ore again. We need it. Good thing is the flex farmer is almost done. So we can use him for a different purpose. We can tell him to collect some ore as well. Well, this one's almost full again, that's fine, plenty of room here. And now we have already 8,000 food again, and there's still a lot to be harvested, so that went pretty well. At least I would say. It appears they're doing a good job. Alright. This one's almost done. Very good. But anyway, I'm going to slow the game down right now because, well, it's been over half an hour already. Like 2 minutes over. So we had just a lot of fun and I was just forgetting about time. Well, we expanded a bit. Maybe not the expansions you want to see already, but we're getting there. And I think as soon as we get 1 or 2 more houses, we really get the extra people to make some things go and to collect resources faster, so we can get a tailor or a bakery and those kinds of buildings. But at least we created a solid foundation for our little town with enough food, enough people, good amounts of resources. So yeah, we're getting somewhere. I hope you enjoyed this episode. I know I did. If you did, please give me a thumbs up. If you haven't done so, don't forget to subscribe to my channel, that'll be a big support. And of course, I hope to see you in another video. Thank you very much. Bye bye.